what I wanted to talk about today is the song I Love You So. So, okay. This is the classic scenario. So, I don't know why I'm nervous. There's literally no one here. I Love You So is about a toxic relationship that everybody, including yourself, kind of knows does not benefit either of you. But for some reason, you just can't get yourself to stay away from that person. Because you do, in the end, really care for them. You might love them. I don't know, depends on the person. It's funny because this song is very upbeat and happy sounding, but it was actually kind of a sad song for me to write. If you listen to the lyrics, they're just kind of sad. It's when I get my alone time and I pick up a guitar and then all the pain unleashes. It's fine. So some of the lyrics, I hate that I miss you this bad because I know to you I'm not the best you've ever had. And I feel like at some point every girl has maybe experienced being around a boy that she probably is better than. Not better than, but she probably deserves more, but is settling. He's not where he should be for that girl and doesn't give her the respect or love that she deserves. And for some reason, still at the same time, I don't know why those boys get a lot of girls, but then they'll always kind of bring back a girl like from their past that was so awesome and so amazing that just scarred them because their heart was so broken. And that's such a thing that I don't know why. Like, I have so many friends that'll have said that, like, they're with a boy that they like, and he'll multiple times just throughout their friendship, or not even friendship, throughout their relationship, will bring up the past of a girl that they kind of deem as better than you, and that they kind of make you feel like they're settling, or that you're just like either a rebound or you're just not good enough or whatever it is. But that's kind of a sad line to me, that because I know to you that I'm not the best you've ever had, but I'm still missing you, and I'm still going to give you my time and my attention when you probably don't deserve that. So hence the toxic. And then it says, I still bend backwards for you. I don't know why I do. I don't know if I love you or if I just like the thought of you. And I think I do. I know that I do that a lot of the times, that I build this idea of somebody in my head to be a different way than they actually are. You know, sometimes I get real mad at like the movies and music and things like that they paint this unrealistic picture for me of what whoever I'm going to end up being with will be like. But I want to believe that those people are out there, but they're characters in a story that's written to be their part, that people have scripted their lines to be as perfect and as loving and as awesome as they are all in one package. And that's just not what you should always expect from people, because people are not perfect. But at the same time, you don't want to psych yourself out before you actually even know the person. Or as you're getting to know the person, you psych yourself out in your head when you're not with them by believing they're a different way that you could see them becoming. Because I think a lot of the times that we see their potential, and you see like things that you wish would work out a certain way with you and them, and just more than ideal situations, but those situations never happen because that's not the person and that's not who they are. I know that a lot of the times people use other people, not to be mean, but they don't need that person, they just need a person because they're either hurting or whatever their reasoning is. And sometimes you find yourself doing that maybe you don't even really feel that connected to that person or really like them as a person or want to be around them. But maybe there's like physical chemistry. Wow. Physical chemistry, or that there's like something there that keeps you with that person. Thus, again, toxic. So I don't know if I'm the only one that does that, but it's a thing. And it's hard because you have to kind of do like a pros and cons list with these people, even though all of your friends and all of their friends and whoever will just tell you, you probably shouldn't, this shouldn't work out. This won't work out. So what are you doing? But at the same time, like in the course, you convince yourself that, well, I'm not sad with you. I'm still kind of happy. You still have helped me in some way, and that's awesome. But that doesn't necessarily mean you have to be with that person. You know, it says that I can't see us together, like ever working. You can just see that down the line that it just wouldn't work. But you also, in the moment, you care so much about that person and you feel like it's so strongly that you think that, you know, when it says, I can't see us apart, that you wonder how you're going to do your life without them. But you will. You just need to take time and take time to think clearly through your thinking and your decisions. I saw this quote on Pinterest, though, yesterday that was saying, like, it's okay to miss a person, but don't forget the reason why you distanced yourself from them. So I always put myself in this situation where I just friend zone everybody, and I just have such a hard like lock around my heart. No, really though, like I just don't like to I don't like to let people in because I just base it off past experience and I just foresee bad things happening and like heartbreak. So I just try to avoid that altogether. And so when I actually allow myself to like someone, it's really scary for me. I'm pretty vulnerable about it in this song. In that second verse, it talks about, like, you know, do you see things throughout your day that, like, make you think of me? Because that happens for me. Like, do you wonder how I'm doing? Do you miss me, or is that just me? I don't want to be the one that catches feelings too hard or who gets too attached and ends up with a broken heart. You want to protect yourself, and you just want to spare yourself the pain and the hurt, which is natural. But I think you have to let yourself be hurt so you can experience the good. That is something that I am learning, is to stop guarding every part of me from pain, because that is going to teach you something ultimately. And it's obviously supposed to happen. In relationships, there's usually a person that likes the other person more than the other one. Maybe it's just even a little bit. Sometimes it's a lot, but it stinks if you're the person that likes them a lot more than they like you. So there comes a point where you have to recognize when you need to walk away. That goes into the bridge where it says that part of me will always wish that you and I still had more time. Part of me will always long for you to be by my side. I think sometimes when you're in something you know it's not going to work out, you want to just pause it because you're having fun. You're having these experiences that just feel so, I don't know, happy and cinematic, and you want to hold on to that. And I think that life is about experiencing things like that, and that you don't always have to work yourself up to think like, is this going to work out? Am I going to marry this person? Because things just work out, but you need to be able to experience other people and experience yourself and see what you want and what you don't want. But you also have to recognize when like enough is enough and it's maybe hurting you more than it's helping you. So it says, I know that we could never work because there'd be too much hurt. And that's something that you have to evaluate within yourself and with this person. Is this going to help us or is this going to hurt us? Like, how is this benefiting either of us to be in this relationship? But the whole song, you know, at the end of the choruses and through it, it just says, but I hope you know, like, in the end, I'll always love you so. And to me, that is coming to a point of peace with, maybe it's even just with friendships or with family members or whatever it is in your life that maybe you're having a toxic relationship or a toxic situation, and although you don't like the situation, it doesn't mean that you don't still love the person. Wow, this isn't it the whole time. Or that you don't care about the person. And in the end, it hurts you more if you have bitter feelings than it does them. Because then you'll just be sad and left with resentment and these feelings you don't want to feel anymore. But if you're able to recognize the good in that person and the good that came out of whatever you had and move on from it, then there's just more peace. So really, I guess it just takes an eternal perspective, a step back to really, I don't know, not have to experience all the pain that you think that you have to. This is a pretty similar song to Another Empty Lover, but I don't know. I don't know necessarily what the purpose of this song was, but for me, when I write music, it's a comfort. It's a way for me to kind of like cry in music form, if that makes sense, and to vent, because I can sing these words and play this music, and that's how I'm feeling, and I can channel into something, which I think is, I don't know, I think it's so, I love art and the fact that we can do that we can create things with our feelings and with our ideas and put it into music, put it into ideas, put it into real forms. We can ultimately let ourselves create, because that's what we were meant to do. So I'm grateful for people that have been listening to this. You know, I never write the songs with the intention, is this going to be a hit? Is this, you know, the type of song that is formatted to be on the radio? I just write about whatever's going on in my life. Whether that's happy or that's sad, I write it for myself to be able to feel those things and to remember those things. And then it always shocks me to see how many people can relate and feel the same way, whether it's about like boys or body issues or maybe it's happiness. It amazes me that when we share the vulnerable parts of us, that's when we connect to each other the most. So that's kind of why I've made the music that I have, and I've made these videos, is to hopefully help somebody else to feel a connection to the music and just to another human being. And I think that's the greatest feeling, is a feeling of belonging and love. And the way that we feel that is by coming together and recognizing the more we have in common than we have not in common. And when we come together, it's a powerful thing. You know, you think about how powerful it is to create things on your own, but to think about coming together as all these pieces into a whole and being able to create something together is so amazing. So I just hope that if you have something in your life that you've created, or an idea or music or whatever it is that you want to share with the world, like, I encourage you to share it, because you never know who it could help and who could relate to it, or who would just simply enjoy it and feel a certain emotion because of it. Thank you for supporting me and listening to my music. I never know how to like make it less cliche and how to put it into words that it really does mean so much to me, and it really means the world to me to have people support me from all over. It amazes me to go on a Spotify and to look at where people are listening from and the countries they're from, and to receive messages from people talking about how they think that they're having the same issues, or that it's starting, or that they've been through that, or that they just are. I don't know. It's amazing. I've had people just thank me for writing these songs, but I thank you for listening to them. That, I don't know, it brings it full circle. It makes it worth it to me, and it brings me so much joy. So words cannot come to describe the thankfulness that's in my heart, and just the love that I have for each of you that I don't even know, but people that are supporting me and rooting for me. Following your dreams is a scary thing that feels lonely a lot of the times, and there's more voices telling you can't do it than you can, but it means the world to have those people that do tell you that you can do it. So I also believe in you and your dreams, and will be here for you. If anybody ever needs a friend, you can reach out to me. But I love you guys, and I hope you have a great week. Bye.